joining me for Friday's Lunch and Learn, and also a new hashtag, Fast Food Friday, right? And superfoods are the best fast foods. So I'm going to start doing a Fast Food Friday post. But Lunch and Learn is here just to share in community and hopefully inspire from a holistic perspective of what we think, what we do, what we say, and what we eat. And so, and as I say, it always starts with the breath. And so this month of love, right? It's the heart month as well, healthy heart month, and it's the month of Valentine. So when we do conscious breathing, we tap into our breath and our heartbeat, right? And those two factors are the source of our being. They are our life source. They are what unite our spiritual being with this physical being so that we can have this human experience. That may sound a little woo-woo, but it's the absolute truth. The heartbeat is with us from the second before we come into this world, when we come into our mother's womb, and then the breath joins to join the spirit and to ignite the spirit, right? To give life to the body, because without the breath there is no life. And so we must always honor our breath. And it being Healthy Heart Month, the breath actually helps to slow down the heartbeat, because when we inhale, our diaphragm lifts and it pushes our heart up, and if we hold our breath, it tells our heart to beat faster. It tells us we're anxious. And as we exhale, the diaphragm comes down. It releases pressure on the heart, and it taps into our parasympathetic nervous system. And that tells us that we're calm and we don't have to go into fight or flight. And so just from taking longer breaths, that helps give us a more healthy heart, right? And it's also Black History Month. And so kind of a little ode to Black history. We're going to be featuring cacao in alignment with Valentine, right? The celebration of, we celebrate Valentine's with chocolate, and I'll go into that in a little bit. But cacao, the largest producer of cacao is West Africa, my hometown, one of them. Actually, Ivory Coast is the biggest producer of cacao, and Ghana is the second biggest. My love for Ghana. So, thank you, Ghana, for this delicious nutritiousness. And if you eat, you can have your chocolate and eat it too. So I'm going to do a quick confession here. I haven't always eaten this healthy. And I would say I started my kind of plant-based and primarily raw journey around 20 years ago. Yeah, oh my gosh. But before that, I thought I was pretty conscious, but I would eat eggs, and I might eat cheese, but in the afternoon, religiously, I would have a sugar craving, and I would have either a pack of M&Ms or a Snicker bar. That was what was in the vending machine in my office. And every afternoon, that was my afternoon pick-me-up. And I was drinking Diet Coke. Can you believe it? That's my confession. So when I decided when I realized that was not serving me, I didn't have anything wrong with me, but I just knew that was not food. It was not serving me. And so I said, how can I break this habit? And I actually embraced bananas. So I would have 2 or 3 bananas on my desk, and I would say, when that afternoon craving comes, you can eat as many bananas as you want. and I never ate more than 2 bananas, and the sugar craving went away, and I didn't even realize. And then I progressed to dates. So these are digi dates. You can have module dates, and these are pitted. So dates are also a great substitute, and both of these, the bananas and the dates, are high in fiber, high in nutrients. You don't get that sugar rush and then that sugar drop. They stick with you and they support you, and they offer your body so many other benefits. So that was my confession, and so I'm bringing you now to actually, there's a little bit more to the confession, because 2 years ago I started a superfood program in my personal regime. I wanted to up my level. I didn't think I could up my level because I was juicing, I was blending. And when a friend of mine said to me, will you take a look at this company? And I took a look at it. I said, I don't do powders. I make everything myself. When I looked at the ingredients, I'm like, I don't do these ingredients 7 days a week, 365 days. And so I gave it a try. And so I missed one part in my sugar thing. So I used to allow myself a bar of chocolate. I would keep it in my fridge, and I would have a piece of chocolate as well. But it had to be 70% chocolate. And fast forward now to 2 years ago, since I've been on my superfood program, just incorporating some superfoods in my daily regime. I eat regular food, I have my salads, I do my sprouts, my microgreens, I do all of that. And those are all superfoods in their whole form. And then the superfoods I incorporate are whole plant-based superfoods, but they're blended into a powder. So like flour, right? We blend wheat into a powder, into a flour. We blend oat flour. So many things we blend into a powder. So superfoods are just a higher level of that. And since I have embraced multiple daily superfoods, I no longer even crave my bar of chocolate. And I say I can come home and have my chocolate shake, and that will satiate me. So I'm gangster with my chocolate. I don't typically do all this fancy stuff I'm going to share with you, but I did it for you. I typically just throw all of this in a blender, blend it up, and drink it. That's the quickest, easiest way. And hey, Jacob, thank you. But I'm going to break it down because so many people like that treat, right? And so I'm going to just show this plate to you. So I dipped some strawberries. Let's see how I can do this. Oh, the lighting is so bad on this camera. Let's see. I'm trying to see if you can see that. So we've got some chocolate dipped bananas and some chocolate dipped strawberries. And I've actually sprinkled sesame seeds on the bananas. And I played with putting them in the refrigerator and putting them in the freezer. The strawberries did good in the freezer, but I actually just like them in the refrigerator. And then you take them out like an hour before you're serving them. The bananas, if you're going to put them in the freezer, you have to eat them frozen because the bananas will go soggy once they come out of the freezer. But if you put them in the refrigerator, they stay pretty solid, and that makes a lovely snack for kids. That's a lovely way to give them something to eat rather than drinking a shake, right? They can eat a banana with some chocolate spread on it. So I'm going to tell you, I've put it in the thread how I made this chocolate spread. And I mean, it's just pure goodness. So I used a scoop of my vegan protein. It's maximum vegan protein. And I used a scoop of raw cacao, grounded cacao flour. So that's a superfood in itself. And the maximum vegan protein just has so many nutrients, phytonutrients, and it's got the cacao in it. And then the tipper, so you can either just add some mint oil to that, or I have this cocoa mint spirulina. Oh my God, it is to die for. And spirulina and chocolate go really well together. So that's the cocoa mint spirulina. That's the chocolate shake. And that's what I have here that I drink on a regular basis. I usually have that as an afternoon treat. So a scoop of cacao, a scoop of the chocolate protein, and a scoop of cocoa mint spirulina, blended with a handful of dates. And my liquid, I've shown this one to you before, is sea moss. So typically, I will blend my chocolate with avocado or coconut oil. But thinking of Healthy Heart Month, I said, you know what? Sea moss sets really well. And I think that might really be beneficial for the chocolate. And it did. It made a nice chocolate. So I just blended that. Oh, and I added a squirt of lemon. So the ingredients are all there. I don't have a particular recipe. I really just made this up. And then I have a lovely after thing, like when you've scraped everything out, there's always chocolate left in the blender, right? And I might as well share this with you because I know I'll forget. So I have this tart cherry juice. And I usually do it as a shot at night because it's very high in melatonin, very high in vitamin C, and it taps into the circadian rhythms of the body. Oh, do you like my red top? I wore red for you. I forgot that. But tart cherry juice taps into the circadian rhythms of the body and really gives you that nurturing sound sleep. Even if you think you sleep well, this will take your sleep to another level. So the tart cherry blended with the leftovers from your blended chocolate, oh my God, to die for. And I'm going to show you a couple of other ways I use my tart cherry. So here I made a little, this was the finished product of how it all set, right? So it makes a mousse. You can either have it as a dipping thing. You can dip the strawberries and the bananas or whatever fruit you want into the chocolate and let it set, or you can cut the strawberries in half and stuff the middles. That was quite sweet as well, delicious. Or you can actually put it in little containers like I did here, and then I decorated it with a strawberry and some coconut flakes on top. So I'm going to see if I'm going to tip this out. Let's see if it is going to tip out for me. Oh, the coconut's falling out. The strawberries are falling out. Oh, it didn't work. I did one before and it came out. So let me get some help. I like using chopsticks in the kitchen. They're very useful. So it got a little too soft. I guess I took it out of the fridge too soon. But let's see. So there we have like a little chocolate mousse, right? With our strawberries around it. So see, we've got a little chocolate mousse kind of dessert there with the strawberries around it. And then what we do, we get the tart cherry juice and we drizzle it on. Oh my gosh. It is, I don't know if the light on this camera is good enough for you to see, but that is decadence and deliciousness. And then, these are lovely. So what I did here, let's see. So these are the frozen chocolate, and I put little strawberry boats in them so that you can actually pick them up. So these could be, oh, so you could actually serve these at a party, right? You could, let's see, I'm going to take a few out. Ooh. They're best if they're kind of frozen, because now the strawberries have gone a little bit soggy, but you can pick them up and eat those. I'm going to eat one. Oh my gosh, the little slice of strawberry and the pure chocolate and the mint. And if you don't have cocoa mint spirulina, you can use my oil of the week today is mint. So I would actually add a piece of mint to that. This looks so yummy. I want to get a spoon and taste it. Let me see if I can find a little teaspoon. I have a little one here. Oh my gosh. This is a chocoholic with tart cherry juice on it. Mmm. That is serious. Sorry, I digress. So the other thing that you can do with your tart cherry is just dip your fruit into the tart cherry and eat it like that. So that is also super delicious. And the same, I had, well, they're not frozen anymore. I had some frozen bananas, or you can do raw bananas, but, oh, that one's going to fall apart. It was frozen. Ah, but you can dip the bananas in the tart cherry as well. So I've got all kinds of mess and goo going on here. And I was going to make a coconut cream. I didn't get around to making it. Well, I did try one and I didn't like how it came up. So typically if I'm going to do a coconut cream, I'll use baby coconuts, or my favorite cream, but I'm actually avoiding I'm not avoiding nuts, I don't think we need to eat nuts so much, but cashew cream. So if you really want a cream, I've got all kinds of deliciousness on my hands. If you really want a nice cream, cashews, lemon, a little bit of salt, and some water. Just play with the water amounts. The most delicious cream you will ever taste. And that would pour beautifully over that. But I wanted to keep it heart healthy. So anyway, that's my my food share for you, and I'm going to actually drink some chocolate shake. Kind of gangster, right? I've got all this delicious desserts and I'm just drinking a chocolate shake. So, chocolate can be good for you. I've put all the benefits in the thread, and as long as you don't add refined sugar, right? So use your whole fruit sugars, the dates, the strawberries, the bananas. It's got the fiber in it. And definitely do not add milk, because once you add the milk and refined sugar, it destroys the benefits of it. So enjoy your chocolate. I'm trying to think what else I was meant to cover. So Lent is coming up, right? Lent and Passover, and it's actually next week. So I'm doing a presentation on joining us on what are we going to release, right, for Lent. What can you give up? What can you change? What can you commit to for 40 days to make a change in your life, right? What impact can you have on your health? So join us in community as we support each other. And then also yoga. So on Mondays I teach a yoga class with Urban Yoga Foundation. You can find the link on their calendar, and that's absolutely free. That sets you up for the week, right? And hopefully we'll get you continuing to do some breath work and other, light movements to wake up your body, wake up your mind, and set the intentions for the day. What are we saying to ourselves the first thing we wake up? Are we embracing self-care, self-love? Because it all starts from there, right? Mother Teresa says, you want to heal the world? Go home and love your families. And that's the essence of love, right? It starts with self, it starts with the family, and it radiates out from there. All of this is just fun, but the true essence of love comes from the light within us. And so Mother Teresa's quote is one of my favorite quotes, and my second favorite quote is by Gandhi, and I think I posted it. The bridge between us and everything is love. So lead with love consciousness, heartfelt consciousness. You know, what was it Martin Luther King said? He said, darkness does not drive out darkness. Only light will drive out darkness. And hate does not beget hate. We can't give hate if we get hate. Only love will overcome that. So I love you. Thank you so much. I hope I gave you some inspirations to enjoy your chocolate, healthy chocolate. And as always, feel free to comment. And I'm sorry I went over, but thank you. Bye-bye.